Hey guys, 681 Shadow. Welcome to my Kiznaiver episode 12, the finale review. So this was very worth it in my opinion. And before I start, few things as always. First of all, if you do not want to be spoiled and haven't seen the episode yet, this is a should watch definitely if you have been watching the series. The link to the Kiss Anime page with all of the episodes will be in the description below as usual. The episode title, which I don't have in front of me, but I do remember, I believe it was if the Kizuna system spread throughout the world. So, and then was there anything else? No, I don't think there's anything else, but I'll have a slight announcement at the end of this video that for Kiznaiver, because this will not be the last Kiznaiver video that I will be uploading. So let's get into the review now. This episode was definitely a really good episode. I really enjoyed it, and I felt like it was worth it to be the finale episode for this series. They definitely wrapped everything up nice, and I didn't have much of a problem with it. I really didn't, which was really good, because I really thought that this would thought that this would have a good ending, and it did, which was good. Some people were saying. So I saw some people saying that I was like, oh, they may rush it because there's only one episode left. They feel like they're doing so much, but I feel like Trigger pulled it off. Was able to do it really well without rushing the series. I'm really glad that's how it happened because of the way that this is really my first non-action anime that I watched. And I fell in love with it when I started it. Because the sci-fi concept of the pain bonding seemed really cool, but then you get delved into the story, and that's what really got me. Like when I first started watching it, I felt like it felt like it felt like one of those sci-fi, and but then it started turning more into the drama category of how all the characters, the interactions and stuff. But let's start with the actual episode. So we start right where we left off with Sonozaki being like everyone connect with me with the Kizuna system. So it's confirmed that her and Yamada are working together on this trying to connect everyone. So the counselor Urushi has to go with Katsuhira for them to try to stop this because it's not gonna be good for Sonozaki because she could break. So that's definitely something that was interesting. So even though their goals are different now, because Yamada and Urushi have different goals. Because Yamada is staying with Nori-chan with what she's doing, and then Urushi is doing what's right. It's interesting to see because they had been working together the entire time, and now they're just splitting. So basically the episode turns like the first half of the episode where they're dealing with Sonozaki and them. They turn into basically it's like them shouting their feelings to each other with like the police walkie-talkies because that's how Sonozaki was communicating. And then because they had all the police cars there, they were using all the Kiznaivers. They were using the walkie-talkies to communicate so that they can all communicate with each other. And afterwards, when Sonozaki finally gets convinced to let go of the pain she's been holding from, Katsuhira and the other kids from the original experiment, everything they go back to normal, which means, because this is a big revelation, Katsuhira can feel pain again, because they fell off the bridge, him and Sonozaki, and when they woke up, Katsuhira said he felt pain, his leg was throbbing, he was bleeding, and not in a masochistic way. Like I know some people could have taken it in a masochistic way, but he said it felt good to feel pain. I think the reason he said that was because he was like, "Oh, I haven't felt pain in literally years. It's good to finally not be left out like that." And because she let go of the pain, so all the other kids can feel pain too, because she let go like that. What the other kids, they will eventually be able to be re-released into society as regular people. They just need to readjust and everything like that. So and the ending of the episode was really great, and I'll explain my thoughts on that in just a bit. But instead of the regular credits scene. Oh yeah, by the way, this episode had no intro, which was good. So which was a good play on their part because because with no intro that gives them like 2 minutes more of time they can use for the episode rather than having the intro in there and them not being able to fit in as much as they could have. So I feel like the lack of the intro definitely helped the episode to completely wrap up the story. So and then also the end credits instead of the usual end credit scene where it shows like all the girls, which I have mixed feelings about that end credit scene. I'll talk about that in probably another video, which I'll tease for you at the end of this um, review. But definitely they were showing basically the different ships from their from the series. So they showed Maki and Yuta, and they definitely showed that Maki has grown feelings towards Yuta because she ordered like an ice cream and then she took like one bite of it and she gave it to Yuta and he asked why she ordered it if she didn't want it, and she said she wants to make him fat so that all the other girls won't flock around him. So that just shows how I actually found that scene quite funny, but she that just shows how Maki has developed feelings for him. And then the next ship we see Tanga and Chidori on how Chidori was apologizing about her being selfish, which I was glad they had her actually do that rather than that just being kept the way it was. I like how she apologized, and then she revealed that ever since she got dumped by Katsuhira, which I thought was pretty interesting, and we see why we see why like just a bit later on in the episode. But she says ever since she got dumped by Katsuhira, all she's been thinking about is Tanga, and this scene was great. Tanga just smiles; he couldn't even hide it. That scene really got me. It was like wow, because you see Tanga, he's always the one with his friends. You saw him have this like really has this really big smile on his face, and I like that for the end. And then because they were all going to visit the hospital, that's where Katsuhira and Sonozaki are because still recovering from the bridge drop. So then you see Nico and Hisamu, how they're actually spying on Chidori and Tanga. I mean, yeah, Tanga. And so there's like and so Nico's like, I haven't given up my feelings on Tanga. So one day me and Chidori are gonna have a fist fight on the beach for Tanga. And so I'm just like, so then when I heard that, I'm like, OVA. That needs to happen. They need to make it OVA for that. That would be really funny. That would honestly be really funny, and I would review that because ever since I started the episode reviews, I'm like, if they come out with any other additional content for Kiznaiver after the finale, I'll definitely review it because I reviewed all the episodes already. So that's definitely something I would do. And the episode ends off with them in the hospital room, where Katsuhiro and Sonozaki are, and it's revealed that they're actually dating now. Katsuhira and Sonozaki are in a relationship, and just before that, Maki had found the pictures they had taken like 4 episodes back or something like that in that picture booth. It was in like the lost and found of the mall, and basically what happened with that, they showed them to Sonozaki, and Nico was like, Sonozaki, next time we do this, you should come with us. And then the end of the episode, which satisfied like everyone who watched this series from the beginning to the end, she smiled and she said sure, which teases less Sci-Fi season 2 could be a possibility, but who knows? I feel like maybe if they were to do a season 2 of Kiznaiver, they could make it so that it's what is it? Oh yeah. I don't know why I stutter sometimes. Like I have it in my head and I stutter, but anyways, they could do like a season 2 where it's less sci-fi and more like drama, more like life stuff, because we still have the Chidori, Tanka, Nico love triangle, and then we have Katsuhira on that too slightly because Chidori still has some feelings for Katsuhira. And yeah, that's the end of this episode. So before I close off the review, the 2 things I wanted to tease, and hopefully if I remember to put them on the to put them on the thing. For Kiznaiver, I'm going to be doing a full anime review for Kiznaiver, and I will also be doing a Spring 2016 AMV, which will have the spring animes that it's going to be a Spring 2016 anime collab with Kazuto27. His link, of course, will be in the description below, as it always is for these, because he had done some of these with me. He's just been rather busy, but hopefully, but he hasn't been able to watch these, so he plans on catching up so we can do the full episode, so we can do the full review together for the entire anime. So there's going to, and I'll talk more about those two things on on the update video that you guys will see tomorrow from this video getting put up. I'm gonna put the update video up on Monday. So anyways, that's going to be it for this finale review of Kiznaiver. Thank you all for watching. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe, and share this video, and I will see you all next time.